Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day. Mike Westfall here with McDonald Garden Center. So today we're going to be talking about top 3 birding buys. These are my top 3 birding buys, and this is really for people that maybe are just getting into birding, but even people that have been doing birding for years. These are great products. I love to talk about new products and all of that we're offering. So for 2023, as we start off the year, these are some great products and things that we'll probably carry for years and years. In fact, one of them is one that is a product that we've carried for a few years. So it's not really new, but it's one of my favorites. So birding is so much fun to do. It's an easy hobby to get into. If you're already doing it, it's something that you can always expand upon. It goes perfectly hand in hand with gardening. Of course, in nature, we love our plants, and plants help the birds, and we need birds to help our plants sometimes. So attracting birds and wildlife into your yard is always a good thing. We talk about it a lot, obviously, with butterflies and bees when we're talking about vegetable gardening, but birds are great as well to help control some insects. They're fun to watch, and it's just a great way to help nature out. I always tell people kind of one of my biggest tricks that I always tell people when it comes to birding is keep on feeding your birds. I know there's a big misnomer out there that you shouldn't feed the birds in the summer because they're eating the insects off the plants, the bad insects, typically the ones that are harming our plants. And that is true. They will eat those insects that are harming our plants, but they won't come to your yard if you're not attracting them. And really, bird seed is not necessarily going to be their main food source. Sometimes it is. In the winter months, sometimes they can't get to food. Maybe we've had a snow or something. Then bird seed is very, very important to them. It keeps their energy level up, and it's a great supplement to their normal diet. But it's not their full diet. So I tell people, feed them year round. That's my best advice. Keep it up. Keep those birds knowing that this is your yard. For the migrating birds, they'll always stop by. They always come back to the same places. For the birds that live in our neck of the woods year round, they'll make nests nearby. They know they've got a good food source and energy source. And so I say keep on feeding them. But let's talk about my top 3 birding buys. And these are some really, really great products. Some of them are product lines. And so I'm really excited to tell you about them. The first one is my all-time favorite, Squirrel Buster Feeder. So I've got this video playing, over here, and you can see this. This is the classic. This is one of the best. This is the one that I use. I have this out all the time. Always keep it full of seed because it's so great and it keeps these pesky squirrels off. So the way it works, and we'll kind of let this video loop a couple times, super easy to fill, has lots and lots of, it's all metal parts, so it allows the birds to cling. So some birds that like to cling, they can do that. They've got the perches. It's got 4 ports, this specific style. We've got 3 different styles, but it is one of the truly squirrel-proof feeders. And you can see right here as the video is playing that squirrel's weight brings the cage down and covers up those ports, and therefore the squirrel can't get into it. So it's a great feeder. If you don't have a feeder, if you've ever gotten into feeding, if you haven't gotten into feeding yet, this would be the one that I would start with because a lot of people get frustrated with the squirrels sometimes. Now, some people feed the squirrels, and that's great too. But sometimes when you buy a nice high quality bird seed, you don't want to waste it on the squirrels sometimes. The squirrels are always, finding plenty of food, so we want to give our birds the best chance of getting as much seed as possible. Super easy to fill, attracts a ton of birds, from finches to titmice to, the cardinals, lots and lots of finches, woodpeckers. I get tons of woodpeckers on mine. So it is a great, great feeder. It's so much fun, and it just has a ton of potential because of this right here. It keeps those squirrels off, and it really does work. I've had a lot of squirrel feeders. I've got tons of woods. I've got lots of squirrels, and it works, so trust me. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some of them up close and personal because I think that's what's really cool about them. And we'll start with the small one. So this is our mini. This is our Squirrel Buster Mini. It's a really nice kind of starting size. It holds about 1 pound of seed, so it's a little bit on the smaller side as far as seed holding capacity, but it's a really, really nice one. I'm gonna unpackage all of them and show them to you. Great box, so you know you're getting a good quality product. That's what I always like. Super easy to put together too, and easy to clean, because sometimes if you've ever gotten a feeder before, they're hard to clean. So when you pull this out, you'll pull it out right by the top, and you'll see right from the get-go, it is separated. So it's separated by 2 different pieces. So it's got 2 pieces basically. It's got your seed holder, and then it's got your cage that protects the seed. So, and it also helps birds cling to it. So all you have to do is fill this up Then you just pop over your cage over the top. It's got a hook that you just hook into it, just like that. This metal sheath goes right over the top, and it is ready to go. And so what you'll see here as I hold it up is when the weight of a squirrel gets on it, it pulls that cage down and it can't get to the seed. And they will get super, super frustrated. And I love the fact that they're all metal parts because I've tried plastic ones and my squirrels have eaten through them. So this is a great one. It's a great kind of starting point. It holds about 1.3 pounds of seed, so it's a little bit on the smaller side, but it's a great one. Great if you're doing like finch seed. This one actually works by way of, and I'll take this off because this is how you would clean it or add new seed. You just take your hook off. And then once you take this, don't grab it like this. You always, if you're moving it around, grab it by the top piece. So then you just slide this off. You can take this and you can actually unscrew it if you want to put it in the dishwasher, but this is all dishwasher safe. You fill it up with seed. Keep your bird feeders clean. That's the most important thing. It keeps the diseases out of your seed. But this is a great one. It's super easy. And you can see right here the bird just funnels, or the seed funnels out of the bottom ports and then lays in this tray. And then that tray is protected by the top here. And when that weight comes on it, it goes down. So that's a really nice one. That's our Squirrel Buster Mini. I'm going to show you the 3 sizes we have. The next one is going to be our Legacy, the Squirrel Buster Legacy. So basically very similar to the Mini, so I'll do this one real quick. It's just a little bit bigger. And again, really nice and really comes right out of the box ready to go. You don't have to do a whole lot of building. So basically very similar. We'll just grab the hook out of here. Put that off to the side. Comes with great information. It's actually got a great warranty on it too, which is really nice. So if you ever have a defective part or a broken part, you can just contact them and they will get you a new one. So those just come down. Here's your inner portion that you can fill with seed. Real easy to fill, nice and wide opening. And then you basically just fill that with your seed. You drop your protecting cage over the top. Put your hook in. Drop the metal sheath over the top so that way it's protected. And then as that weight pulls it down, it is protected. So very similar to the Mini style, nice cage, good ports to hold, or good perches for the birds to hold on to, and just a really, really great feeder. So very similar to the Mini, good for black oil, good for safflower, mixed seeds. Really, you can put a lot of seeds in it as long as it can go through this port down here at the bottom and allow the seed to come out of the bottom. Now the next one is the one that I use. It's the one that was in that video, which is my all-time favorite. It is the classic. It is the best. It's a big one too, so it's a nice size. And I love it just because I can fill it up and it lasts a good 3 or 4 days. The birds get it and the squirrels don't. So it's a really, really nice one. So we'll unbox this one so you can see this one. And really what's cool about this one is it's all connected. So you really don't have to do anything. So all you got to do here is just make sure this is pulled up, and then we'll pull this out. And there it is. It is built. So we can just take this right off the top here. And there you go. It is built. So super, super simple. Comes out of the box, ready to go. You can see it right there. It goes with the weight of the squirrel. So as you can see close up, what they've done is they've taken this metal cage, and here they've just put the bars a lot closer. So as that gets pulled down, gotta hold it from the top, when it gets pulled down, those ports go behind that cage, basically, that gets too small of a hole for the squirrels to get into. I love this one because it's got 4 feeding ports. It's got nice, strong, durable, all metal constructed perches for your birds to sit on so the squirrels won't eat them. I had a plastic one that the squirrels literally said I can't get into it, so it worked, but it was plastic perches and they ate it right off. I guess they said, well, if I can't get it, nobody can. So so this is a great one, and it's lasted me, I've probably had it almost 3 years now, and it looks brand new. It's awesome. This one, the way you open it is you just take the top and you just twist it, and then it just comes right off. You can just move this, and then you've got your area to fill it. Nice big wide open. It's got cardboard in it now because it's brand new, but you would just take that out. You fill your seed in that way, then you just put this back on, push down, and it locks it right into place. And there you go. Really awesome feeder. It is my go-to. If you don't want to feed the squirrels and you only want to feed the birds, you need a squirrel-proof feeder, and there's a ton out there. but I really feel like this is the best one because of the way it's constructed, the capacity, and the ability to attract a wide variety of birds. And this one, as I mentioned with the other ones, it's more of a hopper style, whereas the seed actually will funnel all the way down to the bottom and come out into a tray that is protected as that weight pulls it down. But this one has 2 bottom ports and 2 mid ports, which allows you to do a little bit more in the seed. Still mixed seeds, black gold, but you can do some of those chunkier ones like I love the fruit mixes. We'll talk about some of those maybe here in a minute. But that's why I love this one. It's my go-to. It's the Squirrel Buster Classic. It is a classic. It is the one that I always use. So those are our Squirrel Buster feeders. I absolutely love them. Maybe not brand new, but hopefully new to you. If you haven't heard about them, if you're thinking about getting into birding and you want to try a feeder, that is the one to go with. It is definitely my favorite. Okay, so the next one is also a feeding category, and that's Bird's Choice. So Bird's Choice is a really cool new line. This is brand new for us this year. Really nice. So this is all American made. So that's awesome. So right here, made in Wisconsin. So American made, and it is made out of recycled plastic. So it's sustainable. So it's really cool. They've taken millions of pounds of plastic out of our landfills to create these. And what's really cool is they are lumber grade. So I'm going to read this just because I want to make sure I say it. Recycled poly lumber. And it's guaranteed to never crack, split, or fade. So you get these great colors. Like I love this color, this Blue Lake. That's kind of what we purchased this year. So it's a really nice color. That color is in the plastic. It is in that recycled plastic. It's never gonna fade. It won't split like regular wood could. And it's just really, really well made. Very, very durable, made in America. It's got a hanging cable that's included with stainless steel clasp. Some of the hopper feeders that I'm going to show you have mesh at the bottom, so I'm going to get into those as I show you a little bit closer up. But it keeps your seed dry, keeps it fresh. They're easy to clean, and they're extremely durable and made in America, so you just can't beat it. So we've got a lot of styles of those as well. So let me show you a couple of my favorites that I grabbed. We'll start with the suet feeder. You know, suet is one of those things that I've really gotten into. Suet is a great source of protein. It's really good in the winter, but really good year-round for the birds. So this is a really nice suet feeder. It's a double feeder. It's got that recycled plastic on the interior to kind of hold it all together. And then it's just got these great cages. And it's just really simple just to pop that open, pop your suet in there, and then you can just pull it back on. And it's really easy to do. And then it's got this nice hook that you can hang it, stainless steel screws. It won't rust. These are gonna last you a very, very long time. So that's what I like, is something that I know that I can trust and it's gonna last. And it's got that great Bird's Choice label on it that I think really pops and looks good. So that's our little suet feeder. It's a double-sided one, so you can get the most amount out of your suet cakes with the capacity to feed 2 birds. The next one is our acorn feeder. So this kind of has that more of that wood look. Looks like wood, it's carved, but it's actually plastic. Super easy to fill. So you basically just, this is our peanut feeder. So you put peanuts in there. You can put full peanuts if you want to, but you can also put uncracked peanuts, and you can put them right in there. And this will attract a ton of birds, and even some squirrels. Maybe will try and get in there, but they can't really get through that mesh. So that if it's peanuts in its holes, or peanuts, full peanuts, whole peanuts, then the birds are gonna love it. They love to pick away at it, and you will see that you'll get a lot of action, and they'll stick around for a while as well. So that's a really cool one. But my favorites, always my favorite feeder has always been a hopper feeder, because they're just super, super easy. They're so easy to fill, and they're easy to set up, and they're attractive looking. They're just that kind of classic bird feeder look. So this is the hopper feeder made by Bird's Choice. This one is our smaller size, so this holds 1.5 pounds of seed. What I love about it is this really nice cable on the top, very durable, stainless steel clasp as well, and then all you have to do is just open it like that. So you just open it like that, and then you've got this nice large port that you can fill it with. And what's really unique about these that I really, really like is that this mesh bottom, this metal mesh bottom. You don't typically see that on a hopper feeder. And it's really nice because it's actually allowed to kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but it does move a little bit, which is good because that means that it'll expand a little bit, because the plastic does expand and contract a little bit, and so it'll still allow it to kind of be free. It's easy to clean, so it's got that nice large port. You can pull these out so you can clean it very easily. So I can pull both of these out and clean it real simply. So it's a great feeder because of that, and that's why I've always loved hopper feeders. Easy to clean, holds a larger capacity of soil. And of course now I'm not gonna be able to get this back in. There we go. And it's just that classic look. And you'll get lots of birds. Cardinals, I feel like, flock to these. So if you're looking for cardinals, it's one of my favorites. They love it. It's not squirrel proof by any means, but the squirrels probably won't eat the plastic like my other one because they can get to the seed. But if you put it on a shepherd's hook, you could put a squirrel baffle over the top of it if you're hanging it from a tree. So there's other ways to protect and keep squirrels away. But this hopper feeder, this smaller size, 1.5 pound, awesome, and just super durable construction. You can just feel it. It's heavy, it's got that weight, and you just know it's gonna last you a long time. And then speaking of, there's another size of hopper feeder. This is our 3-pound hopper feeder, so it's got that nice large side, really easy to fill, big wide opening, so you can put lots of seed in there. You can do lots of different types of seed, and the hopper is designed like a hopper, just like you would see out there on a farm. It feeds the seed down and it puts it right into this tray, and then of course it's got that nice patented mesh, expandable mesh at the bottom. Super easy to clean, keeps your seed fresh and clean. That's the most important thing, is that we can keep our seed nice and clean. And again, easy to clean out because we can take that off, and then we've got that nice easy way to get into it and clean it really well. So it's a really great feeder. I love the plastic. I mean, that lumber quality poly is just really nice. That stainless steel screws, stainless steel ties, the really nice durable hanger. It's just a great line. Bird's Choice, new for 2023. Absolutely love it. Made in America, 95% recycled material, saving our planet, keeping plastic out of the landfills. All in all, great. So just a great product, something that's really exciting this year. And there's more models, and there's more models coming. So really cool one, Bird's Choice feeders. So I'll take a second and just say hello, because I've seen a couple comments. So Deborah, hey, how are you doing? And then we've got Marilyn said we have padlocks on 4 corners of our suet feeders. The squirrels are too smart around here. They are, and squirrels are one of those where it's just like, they just keep on coming. They just keep on trying. And then Marilyn, hello, and she said, need that suet feeder, looks very nice. Yep, suet is awesome. And speaking of suet, let's talk about my final top buy for this year when it comes to birding, and that's going to be Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird is a brand new seed line. Really excited about it. There's so many different types of seed out there, and I struggle with the cheap seed, and I've bought it before. It goes so fast, and the reason it goes so fast is because it's filled with a bunch of stuff that the birds don't really want. And so if you see the birds at your feeders picking, especially the ones that fly in, pick a seed and take it somewhere to kind of crack it open or to eat it somewhere else, which a lot of birds will do. Like, I'm trying to think of like titmice and the sparrows sometimes. They won't usually sit at the feeder and eat. So the ones with the pointed beaks will typically want to crack. So they'll take the seed and they'll crack it open, and then they'll eat the seed out of it, especially if it's got a coating on it. It's not a fully cracked seed. So you can get like sunflower seeds. So you'll see it if you've ever had sunflower seeds. If a bird flies in, roots around, grabs one, takes it off, those birds that do that have the pointed beaks. The ones that have the more triangle beaks, like a cardinal, can sit there and crack it all right there, and they'll just sit there and munch and munch and munch. So, in saying that, if you've ever seen some of these birds that do need to crack the shell, if they are rooting around and staying on the feeder for a long period of time, it means that you probably don't have that great of a quality of seed, because they should fly in, grab the seed they want, fly to a nearby tree, eat it, come back, and it creates a lot of action. It's a lot of fun to watch. But in saying that, that's why I hate cheap seed. It always ends up on the ground. I always end up with a mess. The squirrels come in. I get other things. I live in a wooded area, so I get possums and different types of things. So I really have resorted to trying to buy a higher quality seed. And we carry Wild Delight as one of our favorite brands, but Mr. Bird is new this year, and I am super excited about it because it gives us a different option, which I always like. I always like to change it up, give something different to the birds, so that they always have a different source. And what I really like about this one specifically is the bug nuts and berries. So this one's really nice because it's got a lot of different things in it, lots of nutrients, and the bugs are great because I don't know if you've ever attracted bluebirds, but they are so much fun to watch, and they love having those mealworms and different types of bugs in there. So I'll show you a little bit of these a little bit closer. Really cool story. So let me just go back and just tell you the story because I think it's interesting. I always like to know a little bit more when we talk about brands or a product category. So Mr. Bird was a family-owned business. They were running a bird supply store in Texas. Very hot. They never sold suet. People would maybe ask from time to time and they'd say, no, it melts. It doesn't really work. Our birds don't even really want it. It doesn't seem like they're attracted to it. But people really wanted to have that suet or that cake or these logs I'm going to show you here in a second. So they started in their kitchen forming these in 1996 and have grown exponentially since then to now where we're getting them over here on the East Coast. So what's really cool is they have a no melt. They won't ever melt. It's a family-owned business. It is just a really cool, I love their packaging. I just think it's very unique and cool looking. The name Mr. Bird, and then just the unique products, which I'm going to show you now. So really cool story, just to have a locally owned, not local to here, but a local to Texas, a family-owned business that is seeing some great success, and we couldn't be happier to support them with their products, and I'm going to show you some of them. So first I want to start with, because what kind of they started with is this kind of suet idea. So here's their suet cakes, and they have so many styles, and I absolutely love them. So I'll go through some of these. What's really cool is they're not super messy looking. Look at that. I mean, that is high quality. You want to talk about a high quality seed? This is it. So this is a golden safflower, which is great because not many squirrels really like safflower. So golden safflower is a good one, especially if you love to do suet, but you want to keep the squirrels off of it. This is really nice, but really high quality. It's not messy. A lot of times when you see suet, it's got all that crude protein. This is just a gelatin that is super natural and perfectly fine for birds, and it's just a great product, and it looks great, it looks healthy, it looks high quality, and that's what we love. We want to give our birds good stuff, and this is a nice one. So we've got Golden Safflower Feast, we've got just the regular safflower. Look at that quality, just perfect. I mean, I don't see anything in there other than safflower, so you know you're getting good stuff. We got Flaming Hot. So this is their Flaming Hot Feast. These are really nice. They put a lot of capsaicin in there. So capsaicin is hot pepper. And so it even says on here, there's a warning that says, if you touch the suet cake, which you might, wear gloves if you want to, but wash your hands after it because it is spicy. Now, birds don't taste the spice, or if they do, we're not really sure, right? We don't know birds. But if they do, it doesn't bother them. But a lot of mammals, it does. So for squirrels, they won't mess with it, and other animals like raccoons or possums or anything that you might have trying to get to this, they won't like it. So that's what's really nice. And they put lots of capsaicin in there. So really nice. No melt, no mess, really nice. Bugs, nuts, and fruits. So bugs, nuts, and fruits, that's that one that I was talking about earlier. I think I called it bugs, nuts, and berries. This is bugs, nuts, and fruit. And so you can really see the quality. I'm going to show you this in the bag too, but look at that. You can see the mealworms. You can see all the nuts. You can see the berries. I see some raisins and cranberries in there. So really nice one. And then the woodpecker feast. Look at that. Really cool. I just love their packaging and just that high quality seed. So really excited about this. Marilyn said the hot stuff works. Yep, it sure does. So definitely try it, especially if you love a feeder like the hopper feeder maybe. Like maybe I wanted to fill this Bird's Choice hopper feeder with a seed, but I really want to try and keep the squirrels off, then I would definitely try a hot mix. And they make it in their seed as well. So they've got seed too. So if you've got seed and you want to try Mr. Bird, we've got suet cakes, seed, and then the logs that I'm going to show you here in a second. So this is awesome. This one has lots and lots of things in it. So I'm going to read you some of the ingredients on some of these. This is sunflower hearts, peanuts, golden safflower, mealworms, and capsaicin. So a lot of times when you get a seed, you're going to see Milo or Milo seed. It's a M-I-L-O. So that seed typically most birds don't really want, and that's what they throw away. This has nothing but good stuff. Sunflower hearts, peanuts, golden safflower, mealworms, and then the capsaicin to make it hot. So really, really nice. Great little treat for our birds. And this one's gonna keep the squirrels away, so it'll feed plenty of birds. They also make other ones. So they've got their wild bird seed, which is just kind of a common seed mix. But again, look at that quality. Awesome. So let's read what's in this one. This one's mealworms, tree nuts, which you don't typically see a whole lot, sunflower hearts, peanuts, raisins, and cranberries. So it's even got some fruit in it. Look at that quality. I just super excited to try these. Typically when you see a bug mixture or bugs mixed in with it, you don't see as many. And this one's just loaded with them. I can see them in that window. So we'll also show you another one. This one is their wild bird seed. This is their and sorry, that was their bugs, nuts, and fruit. I apologize. This is their wild bird feast. This is just like their basic seed, which is really nice. This has tree nuts, black oil, sunflower, sunflower hearts, and white millet. So really nice one. This one is gonna be just kind of for your all-purpose feeding and just a nice size bag. This is 4 pounds, whereas the other ones, and these come in the big bags as well. So we've got 4-pounders and 2-pounders and pretty much all of these different types of seed. Marilyn said, looks good enough for a human treat. That is true. Doesn't it look? It looks just amazing. Just love the packaging. It's got resealable bags too, so you can reseal it. You don't have to go and store it in a different container. So really nice, makes it easy. Now, what I really want to talk about are these logs. These are really cool. Actually, before I get started on that, they also sell a lot of fun ones that are easy. So if you just want to try it, you can get these bells. They have a cord right on the top, so you just open this up and you can hang it from a tree and give it a shot. This is that flaming hot feast. So again, you can just see the quality in there. All right, but really what I want to talk about are these logs. So I've always been scared about getting into logs or suet balls or different types of things, usually because they're messy. You know, they've got all that fat and that protein and that kind of Crisco oil kind of look, but these look absolutely amazing. So this is the safflower feast, and just look at that. Just pure safflower all the way through. It's got a hole in the center. I'm going to show you why in a second. First, I want to show you a couple other ones. Here's their bugs, nuts, and fruit, and this is where you can really see the quality. I mean, this just looks absolutely amazing. Look at that quality. I mean, and I know that shiny package might be hurting you to see it all, but there are tons of mealworms in here, lots and lots of peanuts, raisins, cranberries. I mean, just the list goes, the sunflower hearts. You can just see it all. When you can see the quality and when they don't hide it from you, then you know it's good. So that's what I love about their packaging. It looks great and they're showing you their product. They're not trying to hide it from you. So it's really nice. So that's their bugs, nuts, and fruits. Sorry, brand new. I haven't learned it all yet. Bugs, nuts, and fruits. I want to keep saying bugs, nuts, and berries. All right, and then they have the Flaming Hot Feast as well. And again, just look at that capsaicin is right in there. So you can see it's just that reddish color. Let me put it next to the white so you can see. Look at that. So you really know that it's in there and just looks so good, high quality. Absolutely love it. Super excited. And then they make the big guys too. So look at the size of this. This is, I don't know if it gives me a weight. Let's see, 4 pounds. So this is a 4-pound bag of seed. It's all of this seed compressed into this log, held together by gelatin that is completely fine for the birds to eat, won't hurt them at all, and it looks healthy, it looks clean, and it's just really cool looking. And that is this one will feed some birds for a while. And why do I love this so much? Well, I always struggled with, the suet balls and different types of things that needed a specific feeder. Well, these you could just literally run a rope through, tie a knot on the bottom, and go and hang it. So really easy, but I love their feeder because it is super simple. So it's really nice metal coated in a paint so it won't rust. And it's just really unique because it's simple. It's a very simple design. Flat, so you can put it on a table if you wanted to. You can hang it if you want to. And then it's got a hook down here on the bottom. Let's see if you can see it. So you can add more feeders to it and you can just keep on piling it on. So you can do 3 or 4 logs straight down and try all these different seeds. Oh, and it even shows you there on their really cool tag. You can just add on to them. So this is their easy feeder. You can put it on a table. You can hang it from a tree. Lots and lots of versatility. If you don't want to buy the feeder, you don't have to. You can obviously just run a rope through it. You could just put it out on a table itself. The reason that they're so great is because the birds are going to stay on them, and that's what I've always loved, and that's what I've loved about Suet recently is the birds stay on them. The seed doesn't get thrown around like it can in a feeder. Even if a bird doesn't mean to, the seed can get kind of kicked around. It can get kind of loose. It can fall out. The birds are literally having to pull it off of these logs, and that's what's so cool about it. So to be able to put this big guy on here or put these on here, is a great way to feed your birds. And I just couldn't be more excited about all of these new products, but especially Mr. Bird. I can't wait to buy this. It just came in. I'm really excited about it. I think I'm gonna get a log feeder and maybe this big guy right here and try it out. So really cool new products. These are my top buys. So just to run through them again, Squirrel Buster, best feeder out there. If you're getting into birding, if you've been doing birding for a long time and the squirrels are just bothering you so much, this is the Squirrel Proof feeder. I recommend the Classic. We've got the Mini and the Legacy as well. They're all great and they all work just like that, just like you saw. The Bird's Choice, which is the recycled plastic, 95% recycled material, so saving our planet. Great, won't split or fade, made in America, so really, really great product, and just really, really cool look. It's gonna last a lifetime. Can't beat that. And then of course, Mr. Bird that we just talked about, made in America too, great product, absolutely amazing, high quality. I couldn't be more excited about it. I can't wait to get out there and bird, I've got my Squirrel Buster Classic full of seed. It looks great. We've had lots of birds all winter, but I'm excited to try something new, add on to it. There's so much to do. I hope you all enjoy this. I hope I got you excited about birding. We hope to see you if you live in our neck of the woods, if you live in the Hampton Roads area, or if you're close or nearby, come and see us. We've got all of these great bird products, and we've got even more. We've got a whole birding section. It's huge. We've got tons and tons of stuff. But you might want to check out Mr. Bird, our Squirrel Buster feeders, and our Bird's Choice new feeders. They're just absolutely amazing. So we hope to see you soon, and have a great day, everybody.